Welcome to another episode of ELEV8. I am your host with my partner, my other host, CJ Boyd. We're in the building. And I would say a special guest, but she family, so it don't matter. So I would like to say a returning guest, Miss Keisha Walker, is in the building as well. So welcome. Thank you all for joining. And I want to start this today's episode off with a bit of my family. We're going through it right now, so please keep my family in your prayers. We lost a cousin of mine, and we're all dealing with that. So please keep our family uplifted in prayer. But also on another positive note, your boy got a new job. Your boy got a new career coming. So
what you gonna do now, man?
So that means that he's making more money, CJ, and he can take us out to celebrate.
That part.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
hey,
man.
Already.
Real talk. Seriously, I can afford to do it. So I look forward to doing it.
And I like to eat. I have a hearty appetite. My mama raised me right.
Cheddars all day. Cheddars all day. We good.
Man, nigga, I want no goddamn cheddars, man.
Thank you.
Hey, man, I want some Foco de Chao, Texas de Brazil. Shit, I want the Paris Steakhouse, some shit. Come on, man.
And I don't want no buffet.
The pay ain't going all that crazy now. No.
Bro, but you could have did that before you got this new job. Let's not even, let's not even cap. Hey, bro, you could have been did this without, you know what I'm saying?
He could have done it. I didn't know that.
I'm saying.
No.
Justin is the manager of his bank little thing. Like right?
See?
Right,
nope.
Justin?
See,
yeah,
that's
you're the manager. Oh, my bad, director. My bad. He's a director. My bad. Hey, let's put some respect on your name. My bad. Hey, the director.
Wait a minute. What bank?
CJ,
my bad. My bad.
CJ mistaken. I'm not no manager, no director. I am now the corporate compliance specialist in fair lending for Comerica Bank. So that puts me, thank you. That puts me at a first level officer position. So that is
shit. Hey, that's that. Hold on.
You take a long break.
Oh,
I can dig it.
Shit.
I can dig it.
Boy, you about to pull up with the Maybach next, huh?
Nah, it ain't going down like
boy,
that.
You about to pull up with the AMG type shit.
Sound like it. Look, he's over there shrugging his shoulder. Yeah, he.
I just hit you. I just hit you with the Michael Jordan.
Hey man, I could have used
that. Show what it did.
Hey man, I could have used you as a co-sign, and you could have helped me put down more on my charger, man. Damn, boy.
When they start talking co-sign, just look the other way.
Yeah. You just turn your head.
Don't do that.
His computer lagged. I don't know what he's talking about.
No. And CJ probably got an 800 credit score anyway.
Exactly.
Hey, it ain't 800, but it's
close.
Hey,
you can look at him and tell you he look like y'all his bills. So I mean, co-signer. You don't need no co-signer.
Come on, man.
That's why he was in there now. They gave me the wrong car. He knew what he was doing.
CJ, don't you pull up your credit score and put it on the screen?
Hey, nah, I ain't gonna do that, man. Cause I know some of your cousins got bad credit, so they may hit me up, Justin.
My cousin.
No, not your people. No, I'm talking about Justin people. No, I'm talking about Justin people. I know some of them got some bad credit. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no denying that. It's okay.
But since we sharing news, I'm representing for my nephew tonight. Longview. They'll be playing in McKinney this Friday night. McKinney boy.
You from Longview? So you from like Longview?
No. My nephews live out there. My daughter went to Longview High School. My oldest daughter went to Longview High School. She graduated from out there. So my nephew's his senior year. So he'll be playing Friday night. This Friday night at 7:00. So y'all interested? I have the link for tickets. So let's go, Lobo.
Well, who are you playing?
McKinney Boyd.
McKinney Boyd.
McKinney. Okay.
They're playing McKinney Boyd. And he's number 8. He's a wide receiver. So look out for my baby, Jalen Hill.
Okay.
Jalen Hill, and I also voted for him too when you had that poll as far as that little best receiver. You know, I did that for you.
Thank you so much. And pull him up on YouTube. If you watch his videos and everything, I'm sure you'd want to follow him to see where he's going to end up in college. So it's going to be
because I seen him drop a couple passes, but that's neither near nor
here. You a lying.
No, I'm playing. No,
don't do that.
I seen him drop a couple of passes.
Hey,
just
real talk. Hold on, real talk. Your nephew cold though, like real talk. Like I can't even cap. Like he actually pretty decent. Like you know what I'm saying. So I hope he go to like a real good college and get the education and So
I taught him everything he know.
Now we know that's the cap. That's cool.
Y'all some haters. Anyway, what we talking about tonight? Or CJ, you got something to share because I don't like all this hateration and toleration.
Wait, hold on, right quick. So like last little shout out. Just last little thing, and then we can get started. I did want to talk just briefly, like a quick little minute and a half about the coach that passed away, actually out here in Lancaster, Mike Hickman. And obviously, I know it's been a couple of days. Actually, it may have been about a week and a half now since he's actually, passed on. But it kind of did hit me. Because I did, so I never knew him personally. I think we've only met like twice before because my little brothers was trying to play with him or whatever, with the organization. But I actually remember him the most because I remember I was watching like a little YouTube video and they'll have all the Texas like AAU coaches or whatever, and it was his team. And I remember he was talking to all the parents. He was saying, "Hey, I'm only gonna put who I believe." No. He said, "If you're not working, or if your baby is not working outside, I'm gonna be able to tell, which means he's not gonna play." He was letting everybody know. He said, "Hey, so for my QBs, my running backs, for the defense, y'all all need to be working outside. Otherwise, this is gonna show, and y'all not gonna be playing." And he also didn't play about them grades. He literally had kids that he wouldn't play because he said, "Hey, and actually, it's a clip on YouTube that he." It was like the running back or something. His name was AJ. He actually went to Houston Elementary, which is on Houston Elementary School Road. And he showed him his grades. I think he got like a close to an F, like a 68, 69, whatever. And I remember, the parents really didn't care like that. They was like, "Hey, well, that's okay, because he's a starting running back." Mind you, he was coaching like Little League, like 9 and 10-year-olds or whatever, I believe, right? The dude looked at his grade. He said, "Well, you ain't passing, so you can't play." His dad threw a fit, like, "How you gonna do my son like that?" And like he's only in the 9. Well, he's only in 9U, 10U, and he said, "Sir, if you teaching these habits now, he's not gonna be able to go to a D1 college." So he wasn't even really talking to the kid, but he was like, "Hey, if you want your son to play, you need to study with him. Better yet, you ain't got to study with him. I can study with him. I can get him right." And man, when I tell you, I said, "Yo, that's what's up. We need more of that." But anyway, I just wanted to say, hey, God bless his soul, and that really hurt. And prayers for that young man's son, because his son was right there. And I know that's hard to explain, and not just him, but just for everybody. And so just for adults and Justin, I know you coaching or doing or tinkering in with that. Just please be careful, dog. Because these parents, these quote unquote, these old volunteer ass coaches that sometimes coaches and sometimes not, just be real careful. And I just want to say that little, just say that little spill, God rest his soul, before we get started. And Justin, you, my brother, you be safe when you doing your coaching and watching, please. Because somebody swing on you. Matter of fact, I don't even got to do nothing. You got a big ass family, bro.
That's very true. That's very true.
Sometimes I got to watch what I say in the comment section. I say something to one. It's like 20 motherfuckers. My DM talk about, "Hey, what were you talking about on the pod?" I'm like, "No, I was kidding. Like, chill out. It was a joke." You know what I'm saying?
And you're absolutely right about getting to be in one of those D1 schools. His choices, he narrowed it down to 3. My nephew. Yeah. His choices are Alabama, Georgia, and Texas Longhorn. His decision on September 21st.
That boy a monster then. Ain't no that boy's a monster.
Yeah,
and making the grades as well. So you are absolutely right.
That's good.
Absolutely right. Good. So
that's the most important thing. Before we get going, we got Mr. A-Trap B in the building.
A-Trap B.
Hey, A-Trap. Hey, man, we got your little, you know what I'm saying, up in here, man. You know, we got your. I ain't gonna say no, man. Let me get some more of this faucet water.
Elaine, y'all always invited for dinner.
We never get it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, come on, Miss Elaine.
Yeah, y'all always invited.
Christian, remember the parents that tell you stuff at Georgia?
Yeah, I remember. Hey, I was trying to tell Rowlett to chill with Rowlett white, dog. They get in there doing all that. I'm like, hey, DeSoto a bunch of niggas. You need to chill out with all that.
That part.
All that. So,
my nephews played for DeSoto. And I remember taking them all their games. They played for Kansas. So yeah, I remember all of them.
Yeah, they.
And I would get angry when somebody tackled my baby. So I know So I know what you're talking about. I always scream out there, "Get off my baby!" So yeah, and then
you didn't even go to the game. That's part of the game.
You watch your mouth. No, sir. I was going to the game. I'm going, and I'm going to this one Friday, and I was screaming the same thing. If it's a call that I don't like, I'll be like, bogus call. So,
all
right, what I do, baby. What I do.
You got to be at that game Friday. That boy, he got them offers. Yeah, that's a blessing, and that's a testament to his talent too. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah,
Jalen Mills is his name.
Jalen Hale, Hale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
That's some. Those are some great offers. That's
wonderful upbringing. His dad, I've been basically having him. I think since he was like 8 years old. His mother passed away. I married his uncle. So, but we've divorced and everything, but they're still my babies. So
right on.
Yeah. So. So yeah.
So when he make it, I need you to get me an autographed jersey so I can hang it in my garage. Yeah, I just, that's all. I just want to hang it up.
I'm gonna ask them to make sure that they tune in so his daddy can tell him too.
Thank you. And Pops, make sure that happens. We'll appreciate it.
Hey, Pops, may need to get back with, you know what I'm saying? So y'all, I'm just saying, I mean, I don't know what happened, but I mean, if he make it to the league, Keisha, you need to go ahead and work your little magic, get back in that thing.
You know what though?
No, for real.
I know you are. He'll be 18. I want to say September 5th. I think his birthday is either the day before Hannah's or after. And it's like I just still see him as my baby. They never grow up. But I understand that he's a big boy. But so. All the extra stuff, I don't even be thinking about that. I just
Keisha, get this.
Keisha. 6'4".
Keisha, get this. So you pull up to his party, you see. So that'll be his uncle, right? Yeah. So you pull up to the party, you see his uncle. You like, hey, what's poppin'? Like,
never.
Never.
You pull up to the party.
You pull up to the party like.
Listen, I am so done with that part of my life. I mean, we had 3 beautiful children together. 1 bonus. Hey, he served his purpose.
Hey, that ain't nothing you just sneeze at 3. Shit, that's 3 times. Well, okay, I'm just.
Yeah,
I'm already on Facebook shit. I need to chill out for Facebook.
It's all right. But yeah, no. Never. Okay. And plus, he's already married, so none of that.
Got you.
But do they got kids together though, Keisha?
No,
exactly.
No, because I made sure he got neutered before we got divorced.
Oh man,
we're gonna talk about that offline.
Perfect segue.
Hey, perfect segue.
CJ, introduce our title today.
Exactly. So today,
I made sure he got neutered. What?
Go ahead. Wow, but we're gonna talk about that later. But so today, since we had Miss Keisha on, so today's topic was gonna be about the expectations that women have for men. Mind you, this is gonna be probably the last relationship because this ain't really what we do on our channel. We kind of like to migrate to different things. If y'all wanna like tune into like some relationship stuff, y'all go talk to Grace with Life After Dark. What's her thing called?
Life happens.
Life. Oh, I'm tweaking.
Yeah, Life After Dark.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it kind of is though.
I mean, it kind of is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Life Happens. Y'all tune in with Grace if y'all want all the all that. Plus, you get some Bible verses. You ain't gonna get that here. Anyway, so today's topic was this: the expectations that women have for their quote unquote their ideal man. And I want to kind of talk about maybe versus back then, kind of versus now. How have things kind of somewhat changed? And I kind of wanted your opinion so me and Jessica could have because I think I know what a woman wants in a man. I mean, I think I know. I thought I knew shit, but it's always some new shit, and I do know that it is subjective because every woman is different. But I'm just kind of talking more in general. So because you are the lady, you are the fifth Beatle, you are the one. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and
I'm enjoying this.
I'm about to gas you up type shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey. So go ahead, Miss Nephew in the draft. You might get back with his uncle.
Never get back with uncle. But
you ain't gotta get back with him. You could just, Okay.
So you want to know what again? I'm sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought. You want to know what's expected? What are our expectations?
Your expectations are of a man when you're seeking and when you're doing your thing, like dating and things of that nature.
Okay, well, the main thing for me, which I believe it could be also for women as well, is he cannot be lazy. He cannot be lazy. Like he's got to be doing something. I mean, something worthy of a nap, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of times nowadays, especially like for me, just you walking by or dressing up, that doesn't turn me on. We like men there of action. You got to be doing something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't get any rest or anything, but I mean, mow the grass, weed whack, wash the car. You know what I'm saying? Do something that that we need to do, but we just hadn't had the opportunity to do it. Like say, wash the car, pick the kids up from school, make sure that dinner is cooked. Little things like that. People always say the little things they always add up. So just lend a helping hand. Don't think that because I did this or this and this and this, then hey, I'm supposed to be the king. No, it's not about, excuse my mouth, it's not about how large your dick is. Ain't got nothing to do about your screwing abilities.
Yeah.
None of that.
This elevate. Yeah, get real with it. Yeah. Hey, this elevate, man. You say what you want to say around this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You got it.
I'm just saying, we just want you to be busy. Just do something. You know what I mean? Working, definitely. You got to be working because you got to be able to make some kind of contribution or have a plan for your life, for your future life, for your life right now. If you don't have a plan, you don't have a goal, you don't have a dream, you ain't got no ambitions, just stay on over there. You probably need to go to like young folk that, no offense to you, CJ, but to like the younger women, to the younger women who just hadn't figured it out yet. Like I'm 46. Yeah. I don't have that kind of time no more. You know what I mean? I've already lived over half of my life. So
right.
I need you to be able to do something. I need to make sure you are a provider, and not only you just trying to comfort me and don't be trying to hold me, don't be trying to get close to me at night while we in the bed. It's hot. Yeah. Over there. Stay over there on your end of the bed. I'm good over here. It ain't even about the whole sex thing. You know what I'm saying? So just work, provide. do what's the definition of, well, the common definition of what a man is. Yes, sir.
So with that being said,
it was this.
Dude, I'm gonna give me some more faucet water.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay.
So with that being said, Keisha, you described, in my opinion, not a husband, but you described a partner.
A partner. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
And that makes
a partner.
That makes perfect sense. I mean, you know, a lot of the miscommunication is people not knowing the difference between what your expectations are of a partner or what your expectations are of a husband. Now, in my opinion, your husband or your wife, your significant other, they should have all those qualities of a partner, but also bring forth that missing ingredient. Bring forth that you look at them and you're excited. You're, you know, turned on by just their presence alone, or you have that attraction to them that will never fade, and you feel confident in that. Of course, we all get comfortable, but when you really sit back, it's not just on a physical level, but it's more so on the level of this is who I'm with, and I love them for what they do, and what they bring to this relationship can never be replaced by anyone else, because I wouldn't allow it to be. I don't desire for it to be. See? So when you make those, you know, when you're making your, I guess you could say your expectations, you're describing perfectly, honestly, especially given the fact that you're a little bit older, you hit that dead on. It ain't about sex for you no more. You done with that. You already did all that. So for you, it's like, hell no. What are you bringing to the table?
Right.
And if it ain't nothing but that, then I don't need it.
Because I'm a grandma too, you know, so I have things to do. You know, I'm trying to travel. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do some stuff. You know, I don't want to, you know, be helping you raise no little bitty baby. You know what I mean? No, I've served my time. You know what I mean?
Served my time.
You know, and if we gonna have a little bitty baby, it's gonna be a grandbaby. You
Right.
know, and you know, and I don't mind babysitting, but that's not me. I'm still kind of youthful, you know, my knees still working, feet feel all right. I can, you know, walk through Disneyland, you know, stuff like that, go sightseeing in Rome and whatnot. Don't make it. I'm sorry, what'd you say, CJ?
No, I'm sorry. No, you got it. I thought you were done. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You got it.
Oh no, I'm actually done. But go ahead. What were you saying? I do want to hear what you have. I don't want to take over the show talking.
No, you good. No, this is all about you, because next week, we all coming through them well, I can't even.
You better not. And yes,
I can't even. Oh well, actually on YouTube I can comment. I just can't do it on Facebook. So, but so like this is totally random. But since you said it, damn, my shit closed. But since you said it, so, well, let's say he was doing all that, but like the shit was like whack though. Like you still, like, you know what I'm saying?
And your definition of shit being whack, what, the sex?
Yes. Like that was like whack as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he doing everything else that you're saying. Like, you know, like y'all still, you know, like y'all still make it happen.
If he's willing to be top, then yeah, you can teach a old dog new tricks.
I'm talking about like.
I mean,
it ain't gonna.
Oh, he got like erectile dysfunction.
Yes, man.
That's fine too, because he ain't gonna be snipping all up on me, so that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, sex is not important. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right. No, I got you. I was. Well, you know what? I was saying that. Now here's some real shit, right? Because, you know, you have people that be like, oh, it don't matter. Oh, that don't matter. This, that, and the third. Yeah. You know what?
I see where you're going with this. I know exactly where you're going with this.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So because I got a lot of partners that's not doing everything you're saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the woman that they talking to, or the woman they doing all this to, my dogs, they ain't doing all that, picking up these damn kids and mowing, you know, doing all that, because to her, shit, what's up? You know, hey, she letting that nigga in, you know, through the back door type shit. And I'll be like, dang, that's wild. I just be like, that's wild, you know. But you have, hey, but to her at that moment, it didn't quote unquote matter until it matters, you know. But that is a real thing. I didn't want to bring up, but go ahead.
No, that is true. It is a real thing, and I think that every woman goes through that. We call it a whole phase sometimes. You know, like we just kind of seeing what's going on. But then when you get, you know, with age comes sometimes is wisdom. And then also when you learn better, you do better. You know what I'm saying? So it's, you know, you be like, you know what? Okay, you know, that's fine. He can deliver in the bedroom. But what else does he have? You know what I mean? Because at some point, a man is gonna think that too. Like, I mean, because he has to know what he wants in a wife or in a partner, you know, so he can make a choice. I mean, he don't want nobody that's just good laying on her back all the time, but just getting up there and riding cowboy all the time, you know. So you got to have more.
Well, that's where you get into the conversation of what is the substance that you bring to the relationship. And what you described in CJ is really like these are young, immature women that haven't matured yet. See, us as men, we hold the keys to relationship. Women hold the keys to sex. And as long as they know that you want the sex out of them, they expect that you're going to give them the relationship that they desire or will desire in the future. So when it comes to, oh, he ain't got to pick up the kids or he ain't cutting no grass or none of that, that's because she ain't matured yet and she don't know her value. Once she matures and once she gets to understand her value, then she'll require more out of a man. And once a man matures and know his value, he's going to require that woman to have substance. So when a woman looks at substance, and this is why we're two totally different creatures, right? So when a man looks at substance, we're looking at what asset does this woman bring to my life that's of value? How does she enhance me? How does she make me a better me, right? When women look at substance, they looking at it from a almost like a strictly security standpoint. And we all know what security is for a woman is financially, can you help take care of this household and provide for this family? That's where we're different at. So for a man, and it's funny because I was watching Man Talk Monday and they were having the conversation over child support. And one of my thoughts was, if you take a man to child support court and you say, hey, either you take this child or you pay child support, you'll see a lot of single fathers out here, no problem. Because a lot of us are comfortable with taking care of ourselves and we love our kids, we love our seeds, no problem. But a lot of us have that notion in our head of child support. This woman is just going to benefit from it, and my child isn't. And when the conversation was, you know, if you're paying child support, do you go above and beyond if your child is calling asking for, let's say, a pair of shoes, which is usually on average now 170 something bucks, right? So do you pay that child support and buy the shoes? Or are you looking at that woman saying, hey, buy my son those shoes because I give you child support and it should go to him anyway?
And you know, that's a lot of women mess up, you know, and I hope this, you know, some younger women probably listen to this. That's how we mess up at first. Start, you know, get laying up with these dudes and popping out babies and whatnot. And then you be going to the child support course. See, like I was telling Justin previously, I got married when I was 19. Didn't
I remember I was
no business getting married. You know what I mean? But I mean, we were in love in our opinion. You know what I mean? And went on to have one more baby after the marriage. So I don't regret it at all. I don't. But when I took him to child support court, I didn't want to. He had the option to pay, you know, he was paying, but every time he gave me a check, it returned. And I'm working at the bank where, you know, I'm depositing the check. So how does that look on me? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dude, you can't keep giving me these return checks. At that point, I didn't care what he gave. just because he was trying. You know, he was doing something. He was taking care of kids. He was buying their shoes, school clothes, everything. So, but the only problem that I had with him, as far as that goes, when I did do child support, he took my son and tried to, and hid him out, and then took me to court to try to get custody of my baby. And when we got there, you know, he had been emailing me when we broke up and everything, and telling me how he was going to kill himself and wrap his car around a tree and all this foolery. And so when I got to court, his attorney gave me this paper and was like, hey, just sign this. And don't worry about it. We'll take care of everything. In other words, signing over my rights to my son.
Yeah.
And I didn't, you know, I just ripped the paper up and threw it in the air and told him, sign there. I'll see y'all in court. You know, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like 28, just there by myself, didn't have an attorney, nothing. I just had me and Jesus. And so they put me on the stand, right? And all those emails, I printed them, took them to court.
Right on.
And that's how I got my baby.
Right on.
That's how I kept him.
So I was gonna so hold on. So first, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Then I want to shift this conversation because it's still on topic, but you know, coming back to a little bit, I do remember one of my partners, 18 years old. I remember he was in the military. You know, he was active duty one time, and I remember, you know, he was talking to, you know, obviously, you know what I'm saying, this married woman. Now this person, man, that boy was wild. You know, he was tweaking. He was wild, you know, but you start to hear, you know what I'm saying, that you start to hear, you know, my dog telling me like, oh, you know, like her husband doing this, her husband doing that, you know what I'm saying? So you just, you know, so I'm asking my partner, I'm like, dang, you know, so if he doing everything, why you still like hitting her type shit? You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, bro, she don't care. She, you know, and you think that woman, I remember that my dog told me was like 41 or like 42 years old, and like her husband was like a manager or something like that. But that's what my dog told me, a valuable lesson that day. He was like, you know what? It don't matter. That girl can be quote unquote have everything together right here mentally. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, ignorance or stupidity is ageless. You know
That's
what I'm
very
saying?
True.
You know, and by the way, the dog in my story was me. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know, I'm just like, you know what? If that's what it is, you know, that actually taught me a valuable lesson. So I'm gonna roll that to the next portion of this discussion when you was talking about all like the standards and like what you should have and this, that, and the third. I feel like a lot of younger women and some older women, but I feel like a lot of younger women, they get wrapped up in the what I like to call the potential. And if you've been watching this show, you know, with me and Justin been talking about, I always use contracts when I'm talking about, you know, like who you're gonna really give your energy and give your time to. I see a lot of younger women, and it's of course it's you know, it can be a couple older ones too. They get caught up of the potential. He's doing this now. Oh, he's going to school, or oh, he's making this money now. You know, so you're giving all this. You know, you're giving like your energy, your time. You're doing all this because the thoughts that you have in your head, it's like, oh, you know what? We could actually do something. You know, same thing with these. You know, you give out this max contract to this guy, and then you know you getting, you know, because he not making it all happen, and then the contract breaks. Well, it don't break. You know, then you know he gets you pregnant. Not saying, well, it happens. He gets you pregnant. Or you wasted 4 or 5 years of your life and he's still kind of stringing you along just based off the potential alone. You have these other candidates, you know, that could have been something, you know what I'm saying? Because you got your eyes focused on that one dude, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted for you to speak on that, on just why do you feel like some females kind of get caught up in the potential but not the actual substance, or maybe they don't even really see the actual substance. They're too blinded by what you said at first, just by like what the nigga got on, or just because he looked good, or just like the job or whatever. But you know, go ahead and speak to that.
Well, hold on, before you go on that, I want to go back to your story about, you know, being with a married woman.
My dog. My dog.
Your dog being with a married woman. Being with a woman that you know is in a relationship. That's always a no. It is way too risky because you don't know what that man has done as far as she ain't doing nothing. She being taken care of. She's using my finances. Guess what? His anger may be towards her, but because he has so much passion and love for her, that anger is going to exploit on you every time.
Every time.
The thing about it is, especially if you creeping over to that man's house, and
another thing, it always married men never leave their wives, and that's where a lot of women get caught up too. And then they start falling in love, and you know, and looking at these dudes like, okay, well, he gonna be with me. He said he got to pay a couple of bills, and then he gonna leave her. No, he ain't. You know, so that's why it is just definitely a rule to never fall for these married folk, because they got what they want at home. You know, and then usually in our 40s, we at our sexual peak, like, you know, like, hey, we trying to get it in. So your partner was probably just fulfilling a need at that moment for that 41-year-old woman. But that was all she saw him as, a piece of ass.
No, my dog ain't give it. No, hold on. And Justin, to answer your question, my dog had this chick folded in the barracks.
Don't matter.
No. You know, I know it don't matter. And we all ain't finna sit here and shame my dog because if I pull up some of your report, Justin. Justin.
Whoa. Hold on. We're not exposing nobody. We're not putting nobody's personal business on Front Street, so let's not do that.
Who said that? Who's doing that? You know what? It was
a little bit of a threat. Don't do me now.
No, that wasn't no threat. No, that wasn't a threat. That wasn't a threat. All I was just saying was just, what's the saying in the Bible? He who don't sin, y'all niggas shouldn't throw rocks.
And you're absolutely right. And I'm just messing with you, CJ. But yeah, you're absolutely right.
But
of course, I'm telling you that. Yeah, I was saying that. Go ahead.
Let me address your question. You asked initially, and I also want to talk about Mika's comment, because that was very, very true.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to read it. So whenever you want to post
what was that you asked me about? You went to this long spiel. I'm sorry, because I told you I lose my train of thought easily.
Was it about the potential?
The potential. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of times, I know for me, like I was saying this on Grace's podcast the other night. I said, you know, we as women, we do sometimes look at their potential until we learn better. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then it's always, for me, it was always a builder brother. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he just needs some help with this. Maybe he just needs somebody on his side. Maybe this, maybe that. Well, I am wasting my time because you're not giving me anything. You're not giving using that. You know what I'm saying? You're not pouring into me. We need to pour into each other. You know what I'm saying? Right. Not only be there or take care of bills or whatever. I mean, I need to make sure you're gonna pray with me. If something is wrong, you need to pray over me. You know what I'm saying? The same thing that I'm gonna do for you. I can't be building no more me. Right. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not waiting on you to get a job. I'm not waiting on you to get your own place. I'm not waiting on you to do nothing anymore. If you don't have it now, why are you trying to pursue and find somewhere to insert your dick? You're not him. You are not him. You are not him. And I don't mind being by myself.
but that comes with growth and
That comes with
maturity.
growth. Yeah.
You got to keep in mind that, you know, where you're at now, maturity and growth wise, imagine you being the 22, 23-year-old you. Granted, yeah, you got married early on, so your values, of course, were a lot different than the average. And that's why us as men and women, we can't lump us all in the same category because everyone is going to have differences, right? Exactly. Everyone's going to be unique and bring something different to every different situation. And one piece of advice that I definitely hold super close to me came from my cousin, Ivan Dawkins, King Dawk, right? He was telling me one day we were having a conversation and he said, and I quote, a woman should be the man's biggest influence. And what that means is you're going to make the moves, right? You're going to do the things that you need to do, right? But is that woman influencing you in the correct way? Is that woman putting pressure on you by, no, I want this and I need that, or you got to do this or do that? No, is that woman almost to what your point was, Keisha? Like you don't want to build a man, right? You want a man that comes to the table saying, look, this is what I have, this is what it is, this is what I bring. Now let's figure out how we can enhance it. And I had this conversation with a guy in the office that was like last week, and we were discussing because his wife is a stay-at-home mom, and she had that luxury of doing that for, you know, since their kids have been born, and now his kids are on their way to high school, and he's like, "Why are you still at home?" Like
that part,
yeah, like what, like. Feeling as if, not saying that, oh, I feel like, oh, it's just me and me only taking care of her, which it is, but he feels like, hey, I want her to have a life outside of me or outside of the kids because they're grown now. Like at this point, I want you to be able to experience some of the things that I experienced. If I'm going to play golf with some of my buddies, I want you to be able to, you know, have those experiences with some of your girlfriends. And it's that type of, it's those type of relationships that we tend to look past, especially for women. If they get a man that's like, oh yeah, financially I got you, don't worry about nothing, then it usually becomes, well, at that point you're dreading going home because it's yap
all day because she ain't had nobody to talk to.
Ain't got nothing else to do, right? You know what I'm saying? So you feel as if like what motivates you? What is your purpose? What is your desires? And how can I help you get to that point or get to those desires or motivate you?
And that's important. I was a stay-at-home mom too. And then my older two, there's a 5-year difference between my second daughter and my baby girl. So then when I got to, I know that's right, Lily. But, and then when we had Hannah, I think I went back to work, I think when Hannah probably was 2. But I made sure she was able to tattle, you know, like the other kids in case somebody messed with her. So I understand. So that's very, very true. She really does need to get out and try to figure out her own way, her likes and her dislikes. You know what I mean? Because don't no man want to deal with no woman gonna be nagging all day. Like you said, he gonna dread coming home because I was her. I was her. And my husband was not coming home.
Yeah.
Because he was getting frustrated with that. So what you're saying is also teaching me stuff too. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I'm not always right, you know, and he wasn't coming in, and you know, and that was like, it had got to be too much. And then, you know, the icing on the cake was when the lady knocked on my door and asked me to come outside so she could whip my behind with my ass behind my husband.
Right.
That was it. You know, like, okay, you're not coming home. Okay, that's one thing. But like you know, running, nah, we good. Because I didn't want to give him no tropical disease. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But you're absolutely right about that, though.
Yeah, because it's one of those things of when those, how do I put this? I always look at it like, man, if your woman doesn't have a desire or doesn't have anything that she's passionate about, eventually you're going to start resenting her. And if she has no life outside of you or no life outside of the relationship, there's no balance there. So you're going to, number one, as a man, you're going to be tempted because you're in a setting where you're able to interact with other people. And if another woman is interacting with you and you feel like she's your equal because, oh, we both working at the same place, or, oh, I know her income has to be this. Well, imagine what I can build with her instead of dealing with what I got at home. You know what I'm saying? So it goes like that from time to time. And I mean, I work in Highland Park right now, and I see those stay-at-home soccer moms. I'm going to have lunch. They're out there. They're having their cocktails at 12 noon.
And they're weed smoking parties too.
Yeah, like I ain't got nothing to do. Like
they ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah, like my husband's out of town. He travels all the time. And to what CJ's story was, those are the main ones.
Look at him.
That be sitting there like, oh yeah, young dude, cool.
Who that creeping in the window?
Drop off a couple of pair of shoes or cash them out every now and then. Good to go.
Because I'm going to tell you something, ain't nothing wrong with a young man with a strong back. So I know exactly what your homeboy was, your homeboy was talking about, that lady was talking about. So,
and you're exactly right, because us as men, especially when you're young, you don't think that are older, or you don't think women view you as that. We're accustomed to being the ones that view women as that. So when you have a gap or that age gap and an older woman is approaching a younger man, usually the younger man is confused. You're excited, of course.
Sometimes.
No, trust me. You're excited, of course. But when I say you're confused, you know damn well you have no substance to entertain this woman as far as relationships are concerned.
No.
Go ahead.
Because some younger men got their shit together. They do. And because my cousin married one. She deep in her 50s. And her husband just turned 40. And
that's a big gap, though.
He has his stuff together. She said he young, but he was ready. So I'm like, well, shut your ass, honey. And they've been together for a long time, so they not always confused.
Keisha, that Alabama showing right now.
All the young boys, the young men. Excuse me, they not always confused. So I love my cousin though, because him and my cousin work well together. She pushed out a baby for him. I'm like, pushing out babies? She said, yep, I still got eggs and I can still produce. I gave him a son and named him right after me. I'm like, okay, well then I ain't having no more babies.
Yeah, that boy put that Alabama slam on her, huh? Put that.
Hey, she said he was young, but he was ready. And he take very good care of her and their son.
Hold on, Justin. Hold on. When I tell you,
it ain't hello
for real.
It ain't nothing, Mika. I'm telling you, man. These young men are giving these older men a run for their money.
Justin,
I kid you. Hold on, Keisha. You're talking about a 40-year-old man with a 50-year-old woman.
I ain't just talking about that.
Okay, but what I'm speaking to is the point that CJ, back to his story, was a 41-year-old woman dealing with a 20-something-year-old man. Now,
18.
Thank you. Even worse.
But you know what though?
She didn't see nothing. She didn't see no potential. She didn't.
Maybe
the potential that she saw in that was, thank you.
I know, getting banged. However, if he had his stuff together, see, we don't know about his friend's history. You know what I'm saying? He could be any age. He could be any age. If he got his stuff together and he's ready to settle down and do what he needs to do, take care of home, it don't matter about no age.
Keisha.
It doesn't matter. And you can put it down good, but if you got your head on straight and you ready, it don't matter about no age. I'm not saying 18 because that's like rape.
Right.
But you know,
even
29, 28.
Okay. Yeah. Now, once again, at that point, a man has matured. He has really been set in his ways. Most men hit they max out at their income earning at the age of 35 to 40 years old. They max out, right? At that point, you already know what a man's coming with. You should be able to see it and know. If you dealing with a dude that's let's say he's 40, 42, and he comes to you and says, I don't have a car, I don't have a house, but I'm working on my shit. No. Let's just be completely honest. You're going to look at that and be like, I don't have time for you to work on shit. I needed you to have that shit earlier. Right?
Now, yes. And that's why I was saying, like, the Builder Brothers. That's what I was talking about. Because I had one like that didn't have a car. And then he was saying what he did do. Yeah, you got that right, honey. Yeah, because that would definitely blow you back. They ain't doing nothing else and tear you cold. But break the slacks in your bed, Lily.
We gotta go back. We gotta go back to
what we talking about right now. But what I was saying was, I had one of those. He told me he was doing all this. He was doing all this. Wasn't it? And then I'm over here trying to help him. You know, I just need some help. They will, nigga. I just need some help. I'm trying to go to school and get my certificate or something to do this. Okay, whatever. All right, cool. Let's work on you getting it because you know you talking about having a future. All right, cool. Let's see where you going. We'll see where it's gonna go. Working on that. Then you know one night, you know he fell asleep. You know, and I looked over there and the phone was on. It was on. It was lit up. Right. It was well lit and it was unlocked.
I have two of them things.
And it was unlocked. But hold on a minute. Let me tell you this. It was unlocked. And so when I picked the phone up, because it was in the middle of the bed, I kind of rolled over, picked up the phone. But wait a minute, hold on, you gotta hear this. When I picked up the phone, this joker was looking at porn, right? I'm like, why are you looking at porn? You know, like we hid, which is another insult to a woman. Don't be laying there looking at no porn while she laying there next to you. If you trying to get it in, then you know, baby, you know, hey, I got a stipend. I'm ready to get this, you know, get it on. Say something. Say something. Don't be looking at no daggum porn, but I digress. So I started just digging a little bit further, right? And I'm seeing like all these pictures of you and all your hoes, you know, this, oh baby this, oh baby that, calling women juicy and all that stuff. Negro. You just completely went contrary to the plan. You know what I'm saying? Like of what you said. I'm not building no more brothers. None. I'm done. That all that potential, like the lady said, that's just good enough to blow your back out. Break the slacks in your bed, put cinder blocks on there. That's it.
Hey, hold on, Justin.
And
hold on, Justin. Can I go?
Yeah.
Hold on. So I don't even know where to start. Okay, so I start like this, right? So here's kind of how I broke it down, like in my head when it comes to the whole potential and just the dating range from 18 to 25, just like me. You know, you in there, you know, you trying to get it. You know what I'm saying by that? You know, you trying to get it. You know, that you trying to work. You trying to, you know. So after you reach to me from about, huh?
You said you trying to get it, and then you said work, and I said, oh, work. Okay, I'm with
no,
you.
that's what I mean that too. I mean that too now. But you know, just mean that you're really on your grind.
Just to get out that time.
After 25, so you so once you get from 26 to about 35, that's kind of when you really need to be kind of, if not established, you should already you should kind of already know your deck of cards, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Not to say things can't happen just later in your life, but but from around 26 to 35, the cards need to already have been dealt with, so you kind of already know what you're working with. By that time, after 35, you get to 36 to basically forever. At that point, that's kind of when you need to capitalize on what you've already experienced, what you've already gone through. So at this point, so really after you 35, you like you should be up, just like what Justin was saying. You know, you should be at the max at whatever you're doing, unless unfortunately you have a life-changing event that you couldn't control. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I'm kind of seeing that. And you have some people aren't transitioning well. You have people that's in the 35 range that's still trying to be in that 18 or 25 range. They still trying to get it. I'm like, hey, hold on, time out. What was you doing when you was 18 and, you know, from 18 to 25, 26? Mm-hmm. Oh, I was just chilling. Oh, I was, or for a female, I'll just, you know, for a female, for a woman, she probably wasn't, I don't know, maybe trying to find and see what potential guy she want. I can't speak, you know, because I'm not a female, but I would just only assume, when females from 18 to 25, yeah, she having a little fun, but kind of after 25, you know, she at some point she gonna start looking to see, okay, I done dealt with these niggas way too many times before, so now I'm looking to see like what we doing, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But just to, you know, break that down, now to go back a little bit to my partner that I was 18 talking to, I kid you not, my dog. Now, mind you, this was you should be grinding.
And you know what? And wait a minute, she's absolutely right. She's absolutely right, because Mika's absolutely right, because by 40-ish, you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared or have been on your job for at least 15, almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Because anything after that, if you just trying to get started at a later age, and then you trying to get married, you know, that's basically marrying or getting with a hospital bill. Because now you're trying to find somebody that know the signs of a stroke. And I'm not trying to max out now. You know what I'm saying? I done took care of myself, baby. I take my high blood pressure pills, and I done lost weight. I'm ready to get it in. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be taking care of nobody. I ain't trying to wipe no asses. I ain't trying to wipe no drool. I want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that that's not going to happen to me, but it's just that, no. At 18, like Mika said, between 18 and 25, yes, you need to be grinding. And then
now she said from 20. See, she said from 26.
Oh, sorry, 26.
Yeah, she said 26 to 35.
Yeah. That is absolutely right. But you know what though? A lot of times, what makes men grow up fast, you are be ashamed of yourself. What makes men grow up fast though is having a baby. Is when a baby comes into the situation. A lot of times, a lot of men. Now I'm not saying all of them because they don't, but a lot of men do tend to grow up quicker, and then they be on their stuff. Now I can speak that because my son had a baby, I think, when he was 19. So, and now it's all about that baby, trying to make sure that baby's all right, and, you know, taking care of himself too. So
yeah, I mean that really for men, when you have a baby, especially if you have a son,
yeah,
it's the I want to right all the wrongs that I felt as far as I was missing with my father, but also you look at that child and you see a little you. And you see everything that the mistakes that you made or the things you had to overcome, and you just want to make a lot.
Hey man, I got me. My bad. Hey man, I had to show my little dog out, man, because you was out here talking about growing up with it. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. Me having a son, I don't know. I think it may have matured me. Well, I think I act the same. I'm still goofy as hell. I'm you know what I'm saying?
But CJ, you all about your business now. You know that you have a responsibility. You gonna take care of your baby. You gonna take care of your son. You don't want nobody else doing it. And that's what happened with my son. Like when I have a grandboy, you know, and so when that little boy came, that baby looked just like me. Oh baby, looked just like me. But when that baby came into this world, everything changed, and he is so adorable. CJ, you got to bring that baby around. We got Sparrow that one.
Hey, you know what? So next time when actually just didn't your cousin Lily just have a kid, right? And he like what? Yeah,
Bronx is what, 6 months, 7 months?
Yeah, Bronx is She in here, she'll comment.
Yeah, she'll comment. Okay, well, he just turned 8 months last week.
He's so attentive.
Yeah, that's and he trying to pull my.
Go on, let the man have.
That's what it's about right there. So when you have a child as a man, I believe it'll be the same way if you had a little girl. You know what I'm saying? It's that notion of this person, this life is dependent on me. And us as men, and that's why I made my comment earlier about the whole child support thing. Us as men, we will take on that responsibility gladly and feel like, well, she can do whatever she needs to do. It's not a problem. It's not an issue. I'm not going to hate her. I'm not going to bash her. Hell, I would even allow her to have a relationship. But as far as being in a stable foundation or building a stable environment, us as men, as providers, that's our natural God-given ability.
But what happens when they don't have that God-given ability? I'm sorry, I know we probably overtime, but like,
no, we ain't overtime. No, we good. It's ELEV8.
If he doesn't have that God-given ability, then he don't need to be having no damn kids to begin with. And I mean, to be quite honest with you, you really shouldn't be putting yourself in a compromising position of getting a woman pregnant if you know you ain't got your shit together.
That's true.
And that's the importance of teaching our youth on how to date, how to carry themselves, and how to take care of themselves. Because one thing about it is, hell, if you ain't got your shit together and you bring a baby in this world, then guess what? You just made one bum into two bums. Sorry.
Hold on, I'm sorry, CJ, but my ex-husband had a really good work ethic. That was one thing that was very attractive. He always kept a job, so he always worked. So it's like he kind of raised the bar in that area. You know, I'm not gonna say he was completely sorry or a waste of time. You know, we were young. You know what I mean? And he probably still wanted to see other people. You know, he was what, 21, I think. 21 we got married. You know, so I don't fault him for what he did, but I just knew that I couldn't be a part of that. So I'm sorry, CJ. What were you going to say?
But I was going. My bad. So you made that point last week, Keisha. That was the product of being influenced by the wrong people, and that's no shot or no dig towards your mom. But that's that old school mentality.
That's true.
That's how they did things. You get pregnant by a man, well, guess what? You marry that man and y'all make it work.
And God rest her soul. I love my mom, but that's exactly what I was told. You already got 2 kids, Bob, so you may as well.
Might as well. Exactly.
No, I don't want them. And you know, I think we would have been better friends than getting married and better co-parents than husband and wife. But I'm glad we did get married because we had him. You know what I mean? So, but you know, it's just, I think, you know, if he was nicer now, I think we could still be friends. But you know, he kind of mean to me every now and then, but it's all good. But he wanted to reconcile a few years ago, but I told him no. Because I like his wife. I think she's a sweet girl. So I was like, no, I can't do that. You know, and keeping in the whole thing, not to be messing around with no married man. He ain't married to me. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen. What if I, give you some of this good, and then you turn around and act a fool?
Hey, I'm sorry.
And you don't call back the next day. Deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, can't do this to myself. Sorry.
Hey, so right quick, so that's what I was gonna tell you. So kind of back to like the age range little thing. Here, son, go ahead. Damn, never mind, bro. You tripping.
Turn it on the other side where not the cap part.
Okay, turn on the other side.
If it's clean, like that. If it's clean, he can. Yeah, he good. He's just
he's teething.
Yeah, he's teething.
Yeah,
so he needs something to bite on. So he's good.
But look, but check this out, right? So that 18. All right, don't you know? Now you done with that. Hey, so that 18 to 25 part. That's the most crucial part in dating because that's where people make the quote unquote, that could be the mistakes, i.e. getting somebody pregnant because you get caught up in the potential part. So what kind of, I mean, and it's crazy because like for men, like me and Justin, we kind of know, which is why, when we, me and Justin was talking about like the women and how that they prefer men that just kind of, so they want the older man because they want the quote unquote the financial stability.
Or a father figure.
Well, you know what? That's true. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Or what they were missing at home with their dad.
So that goes right back to what Mika's comment was, and I'm glad I saved that because that was so vital what she's saying. And once again, in my opinion, that comment comes with growth and maturity. Mm-hmm. Me at 25, and I had my first son at 25. I was not mature. I was not ready. I was still figuring out my way in life. And to be quite honest with you, I'm thankful that his mother was able to provide and help me figure it out, help me understand my role and what I needed to be doing. So I can't sit here and take like, oh, well, I always been this way. No, I had to grow and mature to this. Definitely. And that comment that Mika made, it just brought me back to that because it's like, that's great and that's wonderful, but you grew into that. You matured into that. You ran through knuckleheads along the way. Just like women probably look at me like, hell, that nigga was a knucklehead. And I ran through that and, like whatever. But you're looking at like CJ says, to his point, the potential, which is great, but you're looking at a potential that has not achieved or blossomed into what it's going to become.
That's very true. That is true. But at some point, you got to blossom.
Yeah.
You got to blossom.
And then you got to look at it too. In today's society, in today's generation, they're getting older and older and older. They're blossoming older. They're not blossoming at 20, 21. They're blossoming 30, 31, 32.
That's fine, as long as it's before 60.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I know guys that are, 30 plus still living at home. 30 plus still. They date.
Maybe not.
They date.
Because they good with giving the rug burn. That's probably the only reason why.
But you gotta look at it this: the women that they date are not the caliber of women that I would even want around me. Mm-hmm. So that should already tell you something. Like, yeah, you can have one bum and turn into two bums, no problem.
True. Yeah.
And that's my biggest thing on why we need to make sure that we're teaching our young and teaching our youth how to date properly. Because it's too many times that we see the potential or we see you can give a good rug burn, and then your ass is sitting there, continue to get rug burns because you ain't got no bed to lay in. Nigga, you sleeping on the floor.
And he's sitting up there, penis all crusty because all he can do is bust a nut. But I will say this. He ain't got good sense go get the wet towel, the wash rag, but
I love this, man.
That's another topic for another day, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's another topic for another day. So, but I was gonna say something.
She said 40.
Damn, Mika.
Mika.
This nigga's tweaking.
Mika.
Run away from them. Yeah, run away from them ASAP.
I mean, elbows and shoe soles, sis. Run and don't look back.
Ooh, yeah, that's crazy.
But he good.
Right quick. Hold on, right quick. Before we end this, can I tell y'all this quick little story of how my dog bagged this for the Woody Road? Justin, because I was trying to tell you, but you kept on going on the road. So he would have been over this. Okay, right quick, right? So my dog, right? Mind you, this is after, if you don't know my dog, he was active duty military. We
don't know him.
Yeah, and you're right. And you guys do not know him. He was active duty military. Actually, he was 19 years old. I forgot because he went in when he was 18. Then he got his Anyway, so 19 years old, he was at a bar and he was in his this was literally right after he came back from somewhere in Africa or whatever, right? Anyway, he came back to the little bar or whatever, and this woman approaches him, and just like how Justin said, I was like, man, there's no way you trying to, she can't. Mind you, this was in New York. No. This was in South Carolina. She pulled up on him and she's like, hey, how you doing? This, that, third. My dog, you know what I'm saying? My dog, like, oh yeah, what's going down? Like, like what's up, whatever. And they chopping it up. Anyway, he notices the ring. Oh, no. He noticed the phone screensaver is of the girl and his husband. So the dude, my dog, he asking like, hey, you married or whatever? Not that it matters to him, because I mean, you don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But she straight up said, hey, she straight up told my dog. She said, I'm married, but I'm just having a good time tonight. So then that's when my dog was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, long story short, my dog took this 41-year-old woman, and he had a rental car, like a rental Chevy Cruze, took her back to the barracks. And if y'all don't know what barracks look like, it's almost like a college dorm. And his dog was living right, see, because he had the single little dorm, you know what I'm saying? He took that 41-year-old woman, and I'm sorry, not Mika, Keisha, what'd you say? Blow the back out, do the socks out, whatever. That nigga went to work in a bunk bed.
Okay, so
you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. So
okay, yeah,
because my sister was in the Marine Corps, so yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. But so what you saying is, what you saying, CJ, is in a nutshell, you bang that 41-year-old in the barracks, right?
My dog, yeah.
No, we're not talking about your dog, Negro. You talking about you? How you know all details, blow by blow, if you wasn't there watching?
Because he told me.
You wasn't the one performing.
He told me.
And you believe
it? My dog told me. My dog told me.
CJ, this me.
Yeah.
Look, let me take my glasses off. CJ, this me. That was you with.
Hey,
that's my boy. I was wondering. I'm like, yeah, CJ.
Hold on. Get this. Hold on.
So like you got a pair. That was you.
Hold on. This is my dog, but this is how this ended, right? And right. This is how this ended, right? So basically, he on the base, and he literally I damn near remember the schedule, right? Here's how I knew it needed to end. I mean, before my dog needed to, like, you know what I'm saying? So basically, my dog got a text on his phone one day out the blue, talking about I know what you're doing, and you need to stop this right now, otherwise it's gonna go very left. And I mean, my dog. He's like, my dog, like.
Just
you know what I'm saying?
Just you had to take your glasses off too to look for the truth.
Hold on, right there. Hold on.
I see it better with my glasses on.
Hold on, right?
Let me take them out too. Yeah.
Hold on, right? That's when my dog was like, well, I mean, you don't need to talk to me. You need to talk to her or whatever, right? So then, he was like, all right, bet that, right? Anyway, long story short, she still ended up showing up to my dog crib. Mind you, this was my dog almost 2-3 days. This is my dog last day in South Carolina, because he gonna go back home.
Okay, Mika. That's why I told him that was him over there.
Because he told me.
But go ahead. We
listening. And my dog told him right anyway. She knew. She said, hey, so this gonna be the last time. So, I said, I mean, my dog said, yeah. So anyway, went to work, woo, all that shit, right?
And you fell in love, didn't you?
you know what?
He did.
A small part of me almost did, right? Like a small part of me did.
Baby, those
right?
40-year-old women be putting it on you.
Hey,
y'all don't be ready.
I'm
your dog.
A dog. Yeah,
your dog.
I'm a dog. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, when that man got home, when my dog got home, 2 weeks of him being home, he got a text from a random number, and he said, to end the story off, he said, "Hey, I know what you did. You can have we're through this, that, and the third." And then the woman started texting my dog like, "Oh my God, he found out. Like, what are we gonna do?" And you know what my dog did? My dog blocked her. Blocked her.
Smart man.
Oh, and that was
And you better be glad. You better be glad, Buddy was nice like that. Because honestly, especially in today's society, they got this thing called GPS tracker on your phone. So let me track not my dog, but let me track my girl, see where she's going. Let me catch her going up in there. And guess what? We all on the news. Because at that point, you don't know. He could have been, I'm willing to risk it all for this.
Right, but my dog ain't know that though at the time. See,
and
but now
and a word to all iPhone users: make sure you turn your locations off, because
y'all turn that location
they can track you. They can find you with your iPhone by looking up your location. My daughter came to my job, never been there before, and she said, "Mama, I just looked up your location," and she walked directly to me. I don't know much about an iPhone. I just got one last year at my children's request. But I was so shocked. I'm like, how in the hell did you get here? She was like, "Mama," she said, "I just followed your location." The only reason why I knew she was coming was because the building that I work in is badge access. So you got to be cautious. So I had to put that in the player handbook, so I can get it to the up and coming players, so they'll know, make sure you turn your location on your iPhone.
Huh? No, no. So I was asking, how old is your daughter though?
How old is my daughter? My daughter is Dee Dee's 26. You could have met her if you came to the party. Justin saw, and my baby girl finna be 22 in a few days. Actually, Hannah be 22 in a few days. And I have another daughter. She's 26 and she's in the military. She's in the Marine Corps. She's getting ready.
Oh, she hard.
She hard.
Hey, no, real talk. Hey, she be doing all that hoorah and shit. Hey, she hard. Hey.
Well, she's getting ready to go to drill instructor school.
Oh, right on.
Drill instructor? Oh, okay, right on. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we bring up champions over here. But yeah, my oldest baby is 26. She'll be 27 in January.
That's
and my son is the oldest. He's 27.
I mean, I don't care about him, but I mean, like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. I'm like, but like, no, that's what's up. That's what's up, though.
Yeah.
So let me get y'all final thoughts so we can wrap up. We already over time, but that's expected on this show, especially when we got good conversation going. Mm-hmm. So we'll start with Miss Keisha, of course. Ladies always first.
Thank you very much.
Fifth Beatle.
Thank you for allowing me to be on your show tonight, gentlemen. Thank you for contacting me. I'd be happy to do it anytime, whenever. But we have a show coming up, myself, Eric Butler, and Toya Gilliard. It'll be starting September 1st on BS3 Network right after this show. So y'all make sure y'all check us out. Perspective 3, or just Perspective. There's a lot of threes in there. So Perspective from our point of view. So we're gonna let you know if you try to tell us if you're right, we're gonna let you know why you're wrong and why we're right. So act like you're right. But yeah, and thank y'all again for having me. I appreciate it. Had a great time. And if I can leave you gentlemen with one thing, CJ, come back and sit down because you need to hear this too.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on, I just gotta get.
Okay, but he goes. As long as you hear, don't be grabbing no woman's ass. We don't like that. Hey, sugar.
We don't do that around here. Man, that's what we do around here.
Where that come from? That was random.
I just wanted to put that out there. We ain't into all that grabbing ass. So yeah, that was very random. I was trying to hit at that during the conversation, but you know, we all kept talking.
Harassment, man. We ain't doing that around here. The hell? Yeah.
CJ, whatever. But anyway, I always have a great time with you guys. So thank you.
And I'm so looking forward to y'all show. I don't know LaToya, but I know you and Eric, so I'm definitely looking forward to you guys' perspective and how you guys mesh and come together. So you definitely will have the support of not only myself and CJ, but I believe the entire BS3 network is anticipating this show. And I don't even want to do a show. I want to watch out.
And one more thing, shout out to all the homies. Thank y'all for holding it down. Thank you for subscribing to the podcast. Thank you for subscribing to BS3 Network. Just thank y'all for everything. Big shout out to my children. Yeah, I need me a shirt like that. Big shout out to my baby, my grandbaby, and all the homies. We appreciate y'all. We love you. That's it.
Keisha, you out of jail. You ain't got to talk like that no more.
You know, I told you when I went to jail, I did 8 long, hard hours.
That's what you go to jail for.
Huh?
Somebody wrote a bad check in her name. She lost her checkbook and somebody wrote a check and they took her for it.
CJ, $32.
Got her 8 long, hard hours.
$32. That's how much the check was. And with the fees, it wasn't even over $100. I'm like, well, just keep the cuffs on me because I'm about to go batshit crazy up in here. But thank God I'm delivered now, so I didn't do it.
Was that in Dallas County or was that Tarrant County?
That was Lew Sterry. Yes, sir. Never forget.
Okay.
Want me to do it?
Yes, he will. Y'all don't be asking me no questions. I'm going to keep talking. So somebody better do their final thoughts.
All right, CJ, give us your final thoughts.
Absolutely. Shout out to our queens in the audience. Obviously, you, of course, Mika, and Lee. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them and shout out to Baby Bronx. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring my little dude at the next event. Maybe maybe you and maybe you and my boy Caden. You know what I'm saying? But just final thoughts. It's pretty simple. The expectation of a woman is just for a nigga to be on his shit. So, and not only be on your shit, but when you meet her, either have a real thought out plan on how we gonna get to where we need to go, or already be there, and you just really want her there with you because you enjoy her company and you love her type shit. So, that is my final thoughts, and that's all I have to say. I'll probably get with you offline about your drill instructor. Your drill instructor. Okay. And Justin, go ahead and take us away. Oh, by the way, shout out to my man Justin because he got the brand new job.
Yeah,
so shout out to hey, Justin, the first officer. So you should be able to afford, But hey, man, get us all them little bikes you be having, bro. Like, give us one of them bikes, man. Shit, I'm trying to pull up to the hood with Kaden right here. I'm trying to.
That thing was nice. That thing is nice. Yeah.
No, that thing nice.
I told you got it whenever you want it. Just come get it. I'm telling you.
Who, me?
Anybody, either one of y'all. Y'all good with it. I ain't worried about it. I got faith in y'all. I trust y'all. Y'all family. So family, anything I got, you got it.
So I can take it home.
Yeah, you can take it home. Make sure you put it up though. I don't want nobody stealing it. Okay. Yeah, so do that. But now my final thoughts is, once again, just expectations are very important, but they're also your perception of things. So expectations can change once met. Expectations can be unrealistic. So you have to live in reality and ask yourself what's expected of you. Are you able to deliver that? Or do you need to figure out, hey, this is unrealistic. Maybe we should go ahead and cut ties And like Keisha said, you may have a beautiful friendship out of it. It doesn't always have to lead to a marriage or a relationship as far as, oh, we're dating or we're together. Sometimes you meet people of the opposite sex and you really do blossom into a great friendship without it being any physical intimacy. So just keep that in mind, keep that perspective in mind, and let's all make sure that we support Miss Keisha and her upcoming show. We can't wait. Oh, my man over there about to turn some shit up.
Oh, you see?
And one more thing.
No.
And one more thing before we go. Justin, the last time you cut me off, but I got to say this. Love, exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you.
Yeah, sing it.
The
Yeah.
love boat.
And with that being said, everybody, we're out. Thank you.